All living organisms need some level of understanding of their surroundings, so they can avoid danger, they can find food, they can just find water, they can find also in some cases find meth. So whatever the level of awareness or understanding, it requires the coordination and the control within the organism to respond to changes in their surroundings. So when we take a human being, we use two different ways to just control and coordinate our activity. Those are the two systems called the nervous system and the endocrine system. So the nervous system is highly complex part of the human being that coordinates its action and the sensory information by transmitting signals to and from different parts of its body, whereas the endocrine system is a messenger system comprising response of the hormones released by the internal glands directly into the circulatory system. So one of the most significant difference between the nervous system and the endocrine system is that the nervous system uses electrical impulse to send a message through the neurons, whereas the endocrine glands uses the hormone to send a message to the target cell through the blood stream. So this is the picture which clearly show the nervous system and the endocrine system. The nervous system again classified into two central nervous system and a peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system composed of two things. These are the brain and the spinal cord, and whereas the peripheral nervous system composed of cranial nerves, spinal nerves, and the peripheral nerves. So mainly when you just see the nervous system, their nerves are the messengers. What kind of messenger? They use a message in the form of electrical impulse, whereas the endocrine system use their messengers. These messengers are in the form of chemical hormones. So here there are some of common glands that are found throughout our body. For example, if you see the first one here, there is pineal gland, which control our sleeping cycle. There is a pituitary gland which control the activity of other hormone, which just initiate or stimulate the production of other hormone. Because of this, we call it master gland. There is a thyroid gland which is responsible for the regulation of our metabolism and produce thyroid hormone. There is a thymus here in our chest. There is a pancreas. This is organ. This pancreas is responsible for the production of two hormones. Those are the insulin and the glucagon. Those two are the ones which regulate our sugar level in our body. And there is adrenal gland. These adrenal glands are found on the top of our kidney. So these are commonly we call it hormone of flight and fight. And there is also gonads. For male, we call it testes. For female, we call it just ovary. The central nervous system are composed of the brain and the spinal cord. So when you see the brain, the human brain, the weight of the human brain is around 1,300 gram up to 1,400 gram. So this human brain contains 100 billions of nerves in it. This brain is very complex organ, which is a delicate mass of nervous tissue. And when we see the section of brain, there is a gray matter section and there is white matter section. The gray matter sections are the bulks of the brain, which mainly contain the just cell body mainly, whereas the white matters are the section which contain mainly the axon. So we'll see the divisions of or the regions of brain in the second parts of our video. So here simply we highlight the brain. So there is a nerve that emerge directly from our brain. We call it that nerve as cranial nerve, and our brain is protected by cranium called this bone. And when you see the spinal cord, as you see here, this is the sections of the spinal cord. This spinal cord is covered by spine. That means covered by vertebrae, and inside the spinal cord there is millions of nerves, which is more than 10 millions of nerves are found in our spinal cord. So the spinal cord and the brains belongs to the central nervous system. And the nerve that emerge, when we see the nerve that emerge from our spinal cord, there are around 62 nerves, which is 31 pairs of nerves are emerging from our spinal cord and distributed throughout our body. So we call it these nerves are called as the spinal nerves. The spinal nerves. So this is the brain, and this is the spinal cord, and this is totally the sections of the central nervous system. And when you see the peripheral nervous system, peripheral nervous systems are just trillions of nerves are categorized here. The nerves that are found throughout our body, except the nerves that are found in our brain and in the spinal cord, are called the peripheral nervous system. So, totally, this is the categories of nervous system. So, simply when we summarize about the peripheral nervous system, the peripheral nervous system are composed of the cranial nerves and the spinal nerves, and the cranial nerves arise from the brains. So there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves, and these cranial nerves send electrical signals between our face, between our neck, between our brains, and these cranial nerves they help us to just taste, to smell, to hear, to feel a sensation. So they are the one which helps us to make our facial expression, to blink our eye, to roll our tongue. So thanks to the cranial nerve, because of them we can smile, because of them we can smell, because of them we can hear, because of them we can just feel sensation. And when you see the spinal nerves, they arise from they emerge from the spinal cord. So totally we have 31 pairs of the spinal nerves that branch out from the spinal cord. These nerves connect to the brain, to different parts of our body. So more of the neurons that are found in central nervous systems are the third type of neuron, which is the relay neuron, mixed neuron, or what we call it associated neuron, and the sensory and the motor neurons are found in the peripheral nervous